You're having that dream where you made the white people riot, weren't you?
But I was telling the truth.
Good day and good night. Welcome to the High and Low Retrospective, where we press rewind and look back at your favorites from yesterday. Today, we're talking about one of the most fearless, controversial, and flat-out genius animated shows to ever hit television. A show that pulled no punches, called everyone out, and somehow made us laugh while holding a mirror up to society. I'm talking about the Boondocks. Now, whether you know it as the show that gave us Uncle Ruckus, the wisdom of Huey Freeman, or just endless meme-worthy moments, I think you're going to enjoy this one. Let's get into the origins, the legacy, and the audacity that made the Boondocks a cultural phenomenon. So let's start at the beginning. Before it was a TV show, the Boondocks was a comic strip. Created by Aaron McGruder back in 1996, it ran in the Source magazine before finding a home in newspapers. Remember, back in the 90s, the Source was a cultural institution, a must-read for any hip-hop aficionado, so the Boondocks had an opportunity to grab the attention of a niche audience in its early days. It was sharp, unapologetic, and way ahead of its time. Imagine a young black kid, Huey Freeman, armed with Malcolm X levels of knowledge, stuck in the suburbs with his little brother Riley and their no-nonsense granddad. The strip was a hit, but McGruder had bigger plans. Fast forward to 2005, Adult Swim takes a chance on the Boondocks, and the rest, well, it's history. McGruder teamed up with director Seung-Yoon Kim and voice actors who absolutely crushed their roles. It debuted on November 6, 2005, and immediately made waves. Now, what's the Boondocks about? On the surface, it's a comedy about two brothers and their granddad adjusting to life in the predominantly white suburb of Woodcrest, but it's so much more than that. The show was a satirical playground that tackled racism, politics, celebrity culture, and just about every hot-button issue you can imagine. Huey, the revolutionary in training, was the voice of reason, constantly clashing with Riley, his wannabe gangster little brother. And Granddad, well, he was trying to keep them from burning the house down. Add in Uncle Ruckus, the self-hating, absurdly offensive neighbor, and you've got a cast that's as outrageous as it is unforgettable. Now here's the thing about the Boondocks. It didn't just make fun of issues, it dissected them. It called out everyone from BET to R. Kelly, and nobody was safe. Remember the episode where Martin Luther King Jr. wakes up from a coma and roasts modern society? Well, that's the kind of brilliance we're talking about here. But what really set the show apart was its balance. It was smart without being preachy, funny without ever losing its edge, and that's a hard thing to pull off. Very few shows dared to go where the Boondocks went, and even fewer could make it work as seamlessly. Now let's talk about the people who brought these characters to life. Regina King, that's Academy Award-winning Regina King, most known for her roles in films like If Beale Street Could Talk, Friday, and Ray, and also television roles like her turns in The Watchmen and 227 way back in the day. Well, Regina King voiced both Huey and Riley Freeman. And then there's John Witherspoon, comedy legend, famously known for playing the father of Ice Cube's character Craig in the movie Friday. Yes, he was in Friday with Regina King. He was perfectly cast as Granddad. And then Gary Anthony Williams. His portrayal of Uncle Ruckus was so over the top, it's still one of the most talked about performances in animation history. When it premiered, the Boondocks was an instant hit with both critics and audiences. It earned a Peabody Award, an NAACP Image Award, and was hailed as one of the smartest shows on TV. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The show's unfiltered commentary ruffled feathers. Networks were nervous. Entire episodes were pulled for being too controversial, including one that skewered Tyler Perry. It was episode 7 in season 3, titled Pause, which refers to a practice used to remove any ambiguity or misinterpretation of sexual orientation. In this episode, there is a character named Winston Jerome based on Perry, and there were certain connotations attached to the character, connotations that angered Tyler Perry when he watched the episode. As a result, Tyler Perry contacted TBS executives and threatened to reevaluate his relationship with the network, which was not a good thing since he had 2 series broadcasting on TBS at the time. The network agreed, and the rerun of that episode was pulled from the schedule. But you know what? The controversy only added to the Boondocks legend. The show became a lightning rod for debate, a a cultural touchstone that sparked conversations long after the credits rolled. So why did the Boondocks end? Well, Aaron McGruder parted ways with the show before season 4, and fans could feel the difference, the biting edge, the unique voice. It wasn't quite the same without him. Fourth season wrapped in 2014, leaving fans wanting more. There was talk of a reboot, even an announcement in 2019 with McGruder back at the helm, but as of now, it hasn't materialized. Still, the show's legacy is alive and well, paved the way for other socially conscious animated series, and remains a staple of Black pop culture. Now, before we wrap up, I'll mention 2 more important elements of the show. Anime. Anime had a profound influence on the Boondocks, shaping its visual style, storytelling, and overall aesthetic. Creator Aaron McGruder, a self-proclaimed fan of anime, worked with episode directors like Seung-Yoon Kim to infuse the series with dynamic, fluid animation reminiscent of iconic shows like Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. This influence is most evident in the series' meticulously choreographed fight scenes, such as Huey's duels with Bushido Brown or his sparring sessions with rival students, which mirror the intensity and precision of anime action sequences. Now, beyond the visuals, anime's knack for blending humor with serious, thought-provoking themes is reflected in the show's ability to tackle issues of race, politics, and identity while maintaining its comedic edge. Now, by marrying anime's stylistic boldness with Western satire, the Boondocks carved out a unique space in animation, appealing to fans of both traditions. The second thing I want to mention is the music. The music in the Boondocks is a defining element that elevates its storytelling and thematic impact. The iconic theme song performed by Asheru sets a tone of introspection and resistance, perfectly encapsulating the show's ethos. Now, behind the scenes, producers like Ninth Wonder, Flying Lotus, and Denon Porter crafted the score with a mix of soulful beats and sharp hip-hop production. Now, this blend not only complemented the series' satirical, socially conscious narratives, but also underscored key emotional and action-packed moments, making the music an integral part of the show's cultural resonance. So, in closing, the Boondocks wasn't just a TV show, it was a movement. A show that dared to say what everyone else was too scared to even whisper. It made us laugh, it made us think, and it left a mark that's still felt today. If you enjoyed this dive into the Boondocks, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around for more deep dives into shows, movies, and more that shaped yesterday's culture. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and don't let Uncle Ruckus get you down.